Today on the net, a pro-Ahmadinejad blogger jailed in Iran, sparking lively reaction online. Peruvian web users condemn a recent decision by the Supreme Court. And rapper Eminem becomes the undisputed king of Facebook. Iranian blogger Ahmad Shariat was arrested on July 22nd over an article posted on his site supporting Mahmoud Ahmadinejad and criticizing ultra-conservatives with close ties to the supreme leader of the Islamic Revolution, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, claiming they wanted to oust the current president. His arrest has been widely condemned online. Many have leapt to Ahmad Shariat's defense, demanding his immediate release. This web user, for example, says he can't understand the reasons behind the arrest and urges the imprisoned blogger to remain strong. The author of this post denounces a travesty of justice and openly criticizes the authorities for arresting a simple blogger on the pretext he represents a threat to the country's internal security. This blogger, meanwhile, describes the accusations as far-fetched, and although he doesn't share the same ideals as Shariat, the people of Iran should stand up for his right to freedom of expression. But for this other web user, Shariat's arrest is above all about ultra-conservatives sending out a clear message to Ahmadinejad supporters. He believes associates of Ayatollah Khamenei have been trying to stifle support for the president for months now, and this is the sole reason they're going after his online defenders. Reporters Without Borders recently posted a statement corroborating this theory, saying several pro-Ahmadinejad bloggers have been detained since the beginning of the year. The organisation says this illustrates the growing rivalry between ultra-conservative factions of the regime that dominate the courts and Ahmadinejad's government. There's been widespread outrage in Peru over a ruling made last week by the country's Supreme Court. Judges have announced they'll be reducing sentences for members of government death squad Colina, responsible for the deaths of 25 people between 1991 and 1992, arguing the killings were not the crimes against humanity for which they were convicted. The decision has triggered an avalanche of reactions on the local web. 20 years on, and the memory of this dark chapter in the country's history is still very much alive in Peru. Numerous videos have been posted to sharing sites looking back over the massacres carried out by the Grupo Colina in the 1990s, and in particular in the Peruvian capital, Lima. The paramilitary group was directly accountable to the president at the time, Alberto Fujimori, and tasked with eliminating people suspected of being communist rebels. Families of the victims continue to seek justice and are intent on expressing their anger over the Supreme Court decision. As we can see in these images, they protested in front of Lima's courthouse last week, joined by human rights activists and other members of the public wishing to show their support. And messages of solidarity have also been flooding onto Twitter, slamming the incomprehensible decision. Microbloggers have been posting under the hashtag #NoImpunidad, meaning no impunity, hoping their campaigning will prompt judicial authorities to revoke the ruling. Every day for almost 10 years now, JeanMichel Gabay has taken a photo of himself at precisely 9:09 a.m. and posted the pics to his aptly named 909.com blog, showing him at work, at home, in the shower, on holiday and even on the subway. Some may say it's somewhat narcissistic, but it is a fun idea and definitely worth a look. American rapper Eminem is the undisputed king of Facebook. This weekend, the Detroit-born artist reached the 60 million fans mark on the social network, an impressive figure which makes him the most followed person on the site created by Mark Zuckerberg. He's now overtaken Rihanna, Shakira, Lady Gaga and Justin Bieber on the podium of most popular public figures. But whether or not this will have an impact on his album sales remains to be seen. Here's the latest offering from New York City-based prank collective Improv Everywhere. They organised a giant water gun battle involving thousands of participants on a little island in the Big Apple. A completely wacky stunt which, as we can see in this footage, doing the rounds on sharing sites, was a resounding success.
I will count to 3 and the game will begin. Ready? 1, 2, 3... begin!